Well, Happy New Year, folks. I got Diesel Dog with me. It is Tuesday night. It's right around 4 o'clock right now. We've been blessed with a power outage. The power went out about 6 o'clock this morning. We've had heavy winds overnight and throughout the morning. And a bunch of trees went down, tree limbs and whatnot in our area here. So the power's been off since 6 o'clock this morning. It's been off a good 10 hours now. I'm just going down now and checking on a generator that we pump water with. We've got a 4250 on the generator down at our spring house here, so I'm going to check on that. If it needs a shot of fuel, I'm going to add some. It should be okay. They're telling us that the power is going to turn back on at like 6:30 tonight, but it's going to be dark here in a little while, and I just don't want to have to come down here at 7 o'clock if the power doesn't end up coming back on and having to address the situation then. So we're going to take care of topping off a little fuel right now, and we'll go up and check on the other tractors here. Alright, we're just going to do a little walk around here. This generator here is a 25 kW, and all we're using it for is to pump water. This is a 540 generator. We're just running it off the 1000 RPM shaft on the tractor, and then the tractor's only running at 1500 engine RPM. So we're going to see how much fuel this has got in it. It shouldn't need much fuel at all, but yeah, 10 hours, that ain't even burned a quarter of a tank. So that one should be good. We'll run up the road. We've got 2 of them on the parlor, and got one on the old side of the road so we can pump. Man, you got more, bub. One on the, what we'll call the old side of the road, that we use to power the heifer barns, and my house is on it as well, which is handy. We have to power the heifer barns so that they can drink water. So we're going to head up there and check on them now. We're just pulling up through by the parlor now. We'll check on the 2 tractors that are out back here. They're both hooked to 100 kW generators. We've got an 8320 on a stationary one that's mounted inside the utility room, and we've got the 7930 on a 100 kW that's on a trailer. So we'll check both of these, make sure they got enough fuel. Again, we're using 2 generators. We put an arm on this one just so it wouldn't flip over on us. So it's a good idea to run a ground cable off the generator, hooking it to a lightning rod ground. That's just so that if you get a short of some kind, it doesn't electrocute you when you go to turn the generator on or you're touching it. So we'll check the fuel on the 7930. And that is, haven't burned a quarter of a tank on that either. Now this has been running for 10 hours now. Old 83. About a half a tank, not quite. Hydraulic light flashing for some dumb reason, I don't know why. I probably better pull over to this one and get fuel in it, just because I don't want to come back up here at 8 o'clock tonight and fill that. So go back in and get set up here. Alright, we've got that one full of fuel. Now we're going to run down and check the, you got to get over, bud. Now we're going to run down and check the 4320 is on a, I don't know what size that is, a 35 kW at my father's house. And then we've got a 7200 is on the 55 kW at the heifer barns, which that's supplying water to the heifers, and it's actually powering my house too, because my house is hooked into the power that comes from the barn. So we'll run over and check on this here. Just unhook this one and run it up to the fuel tank, bring it back than it was to back across the lawn, hook up the fuel pump and all that crap. So I'll just pull up quick here and throw some fuel in this one. This one's just got such a small tank on it that yeah. We'll get that full. It's on empty there now. Oh, that's a little better. Back over and get him going so he can get watching TV. check the generator. It's sitting on the heifer barn, which is also powering my house subsequently. So the 4320 is on a 35 kW generator. Just powering his house. Keeping the heat on and all that crap too, so which is good. It's not all that cold out, but we got it. We might as well use it. Both of my brothers, they have generators, portable generators going on their houses. So we're running 5 PTO generators, and my brother's running a portable my brother Richard's running a portable, and my brother David's running a portable. So this is the 7200 here. This is on a 55 kW generator. Years ago we had I believe it was a 15 kW generator that ran the cow barn that we milked with, and this is barely burned any fuel either. So the only one that really needed fuel was that old 4320 because it's got a small fuel tank, and it's having to run wide open. Of course, that one there and the 2 generators up to the parlor, they're running, right at maximum RPM for PTO speed as well, 2,000 RPMs or so. Now we're going to take and run up the road a ways to where the trees all went down, to where the power company's working on the road, or working on the power lines to get the power back up and going. The substation is just down the road here a couple miles, and it looks like we got flashing lights and whatever up here. My father said there was a couple of big pine trees that come down off the hill here, and it knocked the power lines down. So yeah, that's what we got going on here. So the power is probably going from there east, but it's not going right here. So we'll run up on these guys a little bit, see what kind of work they got left to do. They had a tree service in here, and I don't know as if my brother didn't see that National Grid was here yet, but so they got all kinds of tree work guys. Now that's Syracuse Utilities, so they had a pole to put in. There's a pretty good sized frickin' pine tree that's down. Yeah, it's Syracuse Utilities, so it's not even National Grid, but they're getting stuff strung back up. So poor bastards, they got to frickin' work on a holiday like this, doing electrical work and working for the utility companies is as bad as farming. You got to get this work done. So from where the trees were down back there, this way to the east, I don't know if it's on or not. That guy's lights are on at his house. I guess I really don't know. The substation is up here just a ways. Alright, the main substation that our power comes from is right on the corner here. This is Route 80 and 20, and it doesn't look to be that there's anybody here. Usually they have a guy that shuts it off on this end, and then he waits there with it. And what he'll do is, once they get things patched back in and hooked back up and going again, and he gets the go-ahead to turn it back on. So I don't know what they've got going on here as far as how they turn it off or whatnot, but there might be a main throw. There might be a main throw down the line there a little bit. So what we have is the substation here is where our power comes from. There is some of these residential houses, they do have power. You know, their lights are on, but it's they must have generators going because they're hit and miss. So, all right, so we're a couple miles away from home. We're coming back up on the scene where the trees come crashing down and knock the power out. See, our neighbor here, he's got a he is powering with a generator there. I didn't think I seen that one running when I come by. So these guys are hard at it here, hooking crap back up, but all them freaking trees should be just freaking cut down anyways. They've trimmed a bunch of them down through there. They're hooking stuff back up. Look at the mess that made. Well, we're just pulling back into the house here now, so I'm gonna grab something to eat. I have to keep an eye on these generators, I guess. They should be fine, though. So, well, I want to thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up. Give me a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't yet already. You gonna hit your thumbs up, Diesel? Huh? Sit down. Sit. You sit. Sit down. Sit. Good boy. Want to put your thumbs up? Thumbs up. Come on. Thumbs up. Come on. Thumbs up. See? All right. See, he can put his thumbs up. All right. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll catch you in the next video.